Welcome to the Exponential English Podcast. This is a place to slow down, to breathe, and to learn English naturally. Here, we use simple words, clear sentences, and real ideas. You do not need to understand everything. Just relax and listen. You can listen while walking, while cooking, or while resting. Every episode is designed to help you think in English. Not fast, not stressful, just step by step. This is your time, your practice, your growth. Let's begin. I used to think I had a problem. I had big dreams, big plans, and a big list of things I wanted to do. But I also had days where I did nothing, or I did the easy things. I watched videos. I scrolled. I told myself, I'll start tomorrow. And inside I felt confused because I was ambitious, but I also felt lazy. Maybe you feel the same. You want a better life. You want to learn English. You want to get healthier. You want to start a business. You want to write, create, study, save money, or change your habits. You want more. But then you don't do it. You delay. You avoid. You procrastinate. And then you feel guilty. You feel disappointed in yourself. So today, I want to talk about this. And I want to help you. Because here's the truth. Most people are not lazy. You are not lazy. What you are feeling is something else. And the good news is, you can change it. You can train your brain. You can build new habits. And you can start taking action without forcing yourself to suffer. In this video, I will share 3 simple steps to stop procrastinating. And at the end, I'll share one bonus tip that makes everything easier. Okay, let's start with the real problem. Why do we feel lazy? Imagine this. You say, I want to get fit. But in your mind, that goal becomes huge. You imagine a perfect body. You imagine going to the gym every day. You imagine changing your whole diet. You imagine doing this forever. And your brain hears that and thinks, that is too much. That is scary. That is hard. And when something feels too big, your brain wants safety. Your brain wants comfort. Your brain wants easy, so it pushes you towards something simple, something fast, something that gives you a quick reward, like your phone, like snacks, like YouTube, like Netflix, like just one more episode, so you don't start. Not because you are lazy, but because the task feels overwhelming. Your brain is protecting you. It's saying, this is too heavy. Let's do something easier. And if you do that often, it becomes a habit, a procrastination habit. But here's the good news. If procrastination is a habit, then you can change it. You can build a new habit, a habit of starting, a habit of action, a habit of consistency. So now, let's go to step 1. Step 1 is make it small. Make it so small that it feels almost silly. Because when something feels small, your brain relaxes. Your brain says, okay, I can do that. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to write a book. If you say, I will write a whole book, your brain might panic. A book feels huge. A book feels like a mountain. So instead, make it small. Say, I will write 1 sentence. That's it. 1 sentence. Not 1 chapter, not 1 page. 1 sentence. And you might think, Emma, that won't change anything. But it will. Because the goal is not the sentence. The goal is momentum. The goal is starting. Small wins build trust. Small wins tell your brain, we can do this. And when you do one sentence, often you do a second sentence, then a third. And even if you stop after one, you still won because you kept the habit alive. Let's do another example. You want to learn English. In your mind, you might think, I need to become fluent. That feels big. That feels far away. So make it small. Say, I will learn one word, or I will listen to English for 1 minute. 1 minute, not 1 hour. 1 minute. Because 1 minute is easy to start. And when you start, it's easier to continue. Another example, you want to work out. Instead of saying, I will do a full workout for 1 hour, say, I will do 5 push-ups, or I will stretch for 30 seconds. It sounds too small, but small is powerful. Small is how real change begins. Think about a plane. A plane takes off slowly. It does not jump into the sky instantly. It moves. It builds speed. It gets momentum. And then it lifts. You are the same. You need a runway. Small steps are your runway. So step 1 is simple. Make it small. Ask yourself, what is the smallest version of this task? And then do that. Now, step 2. Create easy routines, because willpower is not reliable. Some days you feel motivated, some days you don't. Some days you wake up strong, some days you wake up tired. So if your plan depends on motivation, your plan will fail. Instead, you want routines. Routines make action automatic. Routines reduce decision-making, because decisions are exhausting. If every day you ask yourself, should I do it today? Your brain will often say no. But if you have a routine, you don't negotiate. You just do the next small step. Let's make this practical. If you want to exercise in the morning, make it easy. Put your exercise shoes next to your bed. So when you wake up, you see them. You don't need to think. You don't need to search for them. They are already there. This is a small routine, and it works because it removes friction. Friction is anything that makes a task harder to start. If your shoes are hidden in a closet, if your clothes are in a drawer, if you need to look for everything, that creates friction. And friction leads to procrastination. So make the routine easy. Prepare the environment. If you want to study English, put your notebook on your desk. Leave it open. Or set your English podcast as the first thing on your phone. So when you open your phone, it's there. If you want to read more, put a book on your pillow. So when you go to bed, you see it. You don't need willpower. You just follow the path you created. This is very important. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Goals are great, but systems are what you do every day. So build easy routines and keep them simple. One routine, one trigger, one tiny action. For example, after I brush my teeth, I read 1 page. After I make coffee, I write 1 sentence. After I sit at my desk, I open the file. Simple, repeatable, easy. Now step 3, use the 2-minute rule. This is one of the best tools for procrastination, because the hardest part is often starting, not doing the work, starting the work. Starting feels heavy, starting feels scary. But once you begin, something changes. You are already moving. You already crossed the line. So the 2-minute rule says this: commit to doing the task for only 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. That's it. You tell yourself, I only have to do 2 minutes. Not more, just 2. And your brain says, 2 minutes is fine. 2 minutes is not scary. 2 minutes is not painful. So you start. And then something interesting happens. Often, you keep going. Because now you are in it. Now you have momentum. Now you think, okay, I can do a little more. But here's the key. Even if you stop after 2 minutes, you still win. Because you practice starting. And that is the real skill. Starting. Let's do some examples. If you need to clean your room, say, I will clean for 2 minutes. Set a timer. Pick up a few things. Put them away. And stop if you want. If you need to study, say, I will study for 2 minutes. Open the book. Read one paragraph. Write one note. If you need to work on a project, say, I will work for 2 minutes. Open the document. Write one line. Fix one small thing. This rule is powerful because it breaks the fear. It breaks the resistance. It tells your brain, we're not doing the whole thing. We're just starting. And starting is enough. Now, I promised a bonus tip. And this tip is simple, but it matters. Reward yourself for starting, not for finishing. Reward yourself for starting. Because we want your brain to connect starting with good feelings. Many people only reward themselves after big results, but big results take time. So your brain doesn't get a reward today, and without a reward, the habit feels boring. So instead, after your 2 minutes, celebrate. It can be tiny, it can be private, it can be simple. You can smile. You can say, good job. You can stretch your arms like you won something. You can make a check mark on a calendar. You can take a sip of your favorite drink. You can play one short song you love, something small. But it tells your brain, this is good. And when your brain feels good, it wants to repeat the behavior. This is how habits grow. Action, reward, repeat. So let's put everything together. If you feel ambitious but lazy, you are not broken. You are not weak. You are overwhelmed. And your brain is choosing comfort. So what do? You make it small. You create easy routines. You use the 2-minute rule. And you reward yourself for starting. That's it. And I want to say something very important now. Everyone starts small. Everyone. The confident person started with one small step. The disciplined person started with one small step. The successful person started with one small step. No one starts with perfection. No one starts with a perfect routine. No one starts with massive motivation every day. They start small. They stay consistent. And consistency creates change. Tiny efforts, repeated, become massive results. So today, don't try to change your whole life. Don't try to become a new person overnight. Just do one small thing, one sentence, 1 minute, 2 minutes, one tiny step. And if you do that today, you are already winning because you are building the habit of action. And that habit will change your life. Now, before we end, I want to guide you through a quick exercise. Right now, think of one goal you have. Just one. Maybe it's English. Maybe it's health. Maybe it's work. Maybe it's study. Okay, now ask yourself, what is the smallest version of this goal? What can I do in 2 minutes? Make it so easy that you can't say no. Then, decide when you will do it. Attach it to a routine. For example, after lunch, I will do it. After I wake up, I will do it. After I brush my teeth, I will do it. Then, when you finish your 2 minutes, reward yourself. Smile. Say, I'm proud of myself. Because you should be. You started. And starting is everything. Thank you for listening. If you want, listen to this video again tomorrow and do your 2 minutes again. Because small steps, every day, create big change. Before you go, remember this. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Learning English is the same. Some days are easy, some days are slow. Some days feel frustrating. That is normal. What matters is that you show up. You listen. You repeat. You try again. If you stay consistent, your English will grow. Slowly, naturally. This is Exponential English. Small steps. Every day. Big change over time. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take a breath. Drink some water. And when you are ready, keep learning. Before you go, remember this. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Learning English is the same. Some days are easy, some days are slow, some days feel frustrating. That is normal. What matters is that you show up, you listen, you repeat, you try again. If you stay consistent, your English will grow. Slowly, naturally. This is Exponential English. Small steps, every day, big change over time. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take a breath, drink some water, and when you are ready, keep learning.